In your relationship, do you find yourself doing things that you initially didn't want to do and feel frustrated and annoyed about it? Control and coercion is a abusive behavior, and it can be confusing because there's two types. There's overt and there's covert control. So we're going to look at those today. So the meaning of control, according to Rabbi Google, is the power to influence or direct people's behavior or the course of events. So that's control. And coercion is more or less the same thing, except it's done with force or threats. So overt control is quite simple. It is someone overtly trying to control or influence your decisions. Okay, in a healthy relationship, both people should feel comfortable to do what they want to do, and obviously a normal part of relationships is conceding sometimes to the other person's wishes. We're talking here about actually not feeling able and allowed to do the activities that you want to do. So overt control would be someone just outwardly using verbal attacks, verbal pressure, and verbal disapproval of what you want to do. So overt control and coercion is using force and threats and very outward communication and body language and words to basically stop you from what you want to do and to concede to the other person's wishes. Okay, that's an emotionally abusive behavior of control, and it's crossing boundaries. And a covert control is a little bit more tricky. Okay, and this is more of a dangerous situation to be in, so you have to be on the lookout for this. And this is when it's more manipulative and more covert. So an example of that would be that the man wants to go and do something, and he wants to take one of the children. Okay, so he's babysitting, and he says to his spouse, "Oh, hey, I want to go to the mall and give you some space, and I'm going to take the child." And his partner saying something like, "Well, I don't feel comfortable you taking the child because I worry about the child's safety." This is obviously manipulative, and it's a controlling behavior, because by expressing disapproval and negative feelings towards the child going, the partner can make the spouse not do what they want to do, but by using the child's safety as an excuse. And there are unlimited examples of covertly controlling someone. It could be also that when a person does something, they can get the silent treatment, or it could be that they could just be very subtly made to feel bad for choosing to do something, and the person doesn't get overtly resisted, like they don't get resistance to that, except they pick up the signal that by doing this, I've upset the other person. And that is more covert control, when someone could say, "Oh, well, I feel lonely when you go out," and the person's like, "Well, I don't want my spouse to feel lonely," and therefore they feel like that they can't go out, right? So this is covert control. It's done through more manipulative and a roundabout communication that more or less causes the same result, but it's not done overtly, it's done covertly. And what you will feel if this is happening is a feeling of fear, a feeling of being scared to express what you want to do or to do what you want to do. Certainly with covert control, you will feel a lot of hesitation, and you will feel a lot of nervousness, and just you'll feel anxiety, okay, because you subconsciously feel that the other person is trying to influence and control your decisions through using manipulation and covert communication. So this is control and coercion. It is an emotionally abusive behavior because it crosses boundaries, and as I said, in a healthy relationship, both people should feel comfortable to do the things that they want to do.